President Trump threatens to cut off trade with Spain after the refusal to cooperate. The Supreme Court blocked that allowed students to keep gender transitions a secret from their parents. Netflix loses the Warner Brothers Discovery bid to Paramount, and two off-duty ICE officers in Minnesota rescue a 4-year-old boy from drowning in a local pool. We'll get into all that and your quick hits now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the wrap-up of the biggest stories of the week that you might have missed but need to know. I'm your host, Selena. First up, U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to cut off all trade with Spain after the socialist-led country refused to allow the U.S. military to use its bases to strike the Islamist regime of Iran. Speaking from the Oval Office on Tuesday during a meeting with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, President Trump vented his frustration with some European allies, including the United Kingdom and Spain. Trump told the press that he had directed Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to halt trade with Spain. On Saturday, Spain publicly criticized the United States and Israel for taking military action against Iran, with Sanchez saying that he represented, quote, more uncertain and hostile international order. In addition to criticizing the strikes, Madrid also refused to grant the United States access to its military bases, reportedly forcing American Air Force assets to leave the country and relocate to other bases in Europe over the weekend. While the UK has since walked back from a similar stance, Spain has held firm. The stance against strikes on Iran has won the socialist government some praise from the left, including from billionaire globalist George Soros' son, Alex Soros, who said on Monday that, quote, Spain is becoming the leader of the free world. But President Trump responded to Spain's refusal, saying, quote, they have great people, but they don't have great leadership. The president's frustration with Spain began last year when the government of socialist Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez spending. They refused to raise the spending to 5% of GDP, a benchmark that Spain also routinely fails to meet. German Chancellor Merz echoed Trump's sentiments during their meeting, stating that he and other European leaders are trying to convince Spain to catch up to the 5% NATO target, adding that Spain hasn't been willing to accept that. In our next story, the Supreme Court blocked California's policies in schools that allow teachers to keep students' gender transitions secret from their parents. In a 6-3 decision on Monday, the justices said that California policies that block schools from notifying parents about their child's desire to change their sex and be referred to by incorrect pronouns likely violate their religious liberty. The Supreme Court's unsigned opinion stated that California's policies, quote, substantially interfere with the right of parents to guide the development of their children. While the state claimed that the policies are in place for student safety and privacy, the court interest their parents. California's 2024 ban on school staff transition was initially stayed by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, despite a district court ruling for parental notification. The Supreme Court has now vacated the appeals court's ruling. Next up, Paramount Skydance beat out Netflix in the bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery with